everyone. I'm sorry that I had to get off for a bit because oops, sorry, that was something else. That was nothing. Sorry about that. So I am here and I'm just gonna move my stuff closer because it goes it goes blurry. Sorry, I was moving around. Okay, there we go. So, welcome back to my podcast, everyone, and I'm sorry that I haven't been posting. I have been going through a lot in my life, and I have been this year has not been good for me at all. I've been trying to look for a job. I have been busy trying to do all that stuff, but for some reason I'm having issues trying to look for a job. I've gone up to 12,000 subscribers, which I want to thank everyone for. I did promote my channel on AdSense this year, and I just have to pay it to be able to get my channel out there again. But yeah, like, I think there's a lot of things that people really don't understand about me, is that I'm very much of a procrastinator. I say I'm going to do something and I don't do it, and it's very crazy for me, and I am so sorry for that. So before I start this, please hit the subscribe button, notification button, and please, I'm begging you. I'm not begging you, but I'm just asking, just subscribe to my podcast channel too. You can find me on any platform, Apple platform, Spotify platform, anywhere. Please hit the subscribe button, okay? So today's episode is going to be about what 2025 has been like for me, and what my New Year's resolutions are, and what have I been up to. Because I disappeared for a bit, I think for at least a couple months I've disappeared. I went just not posting, and then I started posting just recently some tree, like I put my tree up the beginning of November, not the beginning of November, but maybe the beginning of March. I did that, not March, sorry, almost the beginning of December, because I don't put it up until after how do you say it? After Remembrance Day. Sorry, my mind just went on me. But there's a lot of things that I have on my mind that that 2025 has brought to me, and has made me realize that, you know, everyone is struggling. Everybody is going through something in life, and I have been going through a lot in my life. In July, I am in therapy, which is a really good thing for me. I am getting the help that I need, and I am talking to somebody about my thoughts and what's on my mind and things like that. I have been losing weight, which is nice. I've been trying to get a job in legal administration assistance, which is not working for me because I went through CDI college, and just recently I called the legal office of the one I've been applying to, constantly going, why haven't I been getting phone calls? Why haven't I been getting these messages, or why are you not calling me? And he was HR, and he says, I can't really answer that. And I'm like, I went through CDI college. I didn't do my 2-week practical. They told me there was going to be a practical when I first signed up, and they lied to me just to get me to sign up to have debt with OSAP, which I'm going to be starting to pay in January. So this is my recommendation for anybody who's looking for a school. Do not go through private schools. Do not even think about it. Don't even give it a bother, because let me tell you something. It is very hard to get a job outside of those schools when it is not an actual diploma, when you're doing the program within 12 months. Now, some of them are different. I'm not saying them all are like that. Like, my sister went to Willis College, where she got a diploma in office mid, and she's been having difficulties getting a job because nobody recognizes it. Some employers don't recognize it as a diploma. And that is sad, because when somebody actually goes and they do the job, they do the work for schoolwork and everything like that, they expect to get a job after these programs. And it's a short form program. It some people do get jobs. I'm not too sure. I can't really say that they do. But because of it all, you know what I mean? Like, it's difficult. It's very difficult to even get a job because there's no jobs out there, people. Like, I don't want to get into that conversation because I'm madder than hell. I went and applied at Walmart, and they told me that I wasn't a good fit for a customer service job. and I've been going to the unemployment center and everything like that to get a job. I'm just gonna rant it here for a second. Looks like my camera is gonna die early. I don't know why, because maybe I had it on too long, but we'll see what happens. But it's kind of screwed up because I feel like, everyone deserves to work. Everyone deserves a job. And if it is like an easy job like Walmart or Costco's or Zehrs or any of that, because I'm from Canada, I feel like anybody should get a job in those in those kind of stores, because it's an easy job. All you do is you stock shelves, you go get the carts, you work on cash and everything. You don't need a degree for that. But in employers' eyes, you need a degree. And it's sickening that I can't get a job when I need a job. I really need a job, right? Because I'm not making any money off my podcast. I'm not making any money off my YouTube channel. I'm not making money off of anything right now. I am going to talk to you about a business that I'm doing in 2026 that I want to start. I've already been getting samples for it, but it doesn't mean that it's going to kick off automatically. It's going to take time. And I've been watching a lot of videos on how to make a business, on how to do everything, to educate myself for it, because I want to know. Because if I'm going to own my own business that has to do with fitness, or it has to do with candles, or it's going to have to do anything, I'm going to do my research on it before. But I do have resisting bands coming in. I have like 30 of them coming in, and I'm going to be selling them, and it's going to be a test run. And if anybody's interested in buying them, you can go check out on, I think I'm going to be selling them on Poshmark. I do have a Poshmark account. Excuse me. Sorry, I just burped. If you have a Poshmark account, go check it out. I don't know how much I'm going to be selling them for. I am getting them from Singapore because that's where I get my sample. I got my other samples for my fitness stuff. But the business is going to be called Walk of Wellness, which is really nice. It deals with it's about fitness, it's about mental health, it's about all of it, because wellness means so many things, right? But I just feel like, if I can't get a job to start my business, how am I going to be able to start my business and be able to exceed it? How am I going to be able to pay my bills or anything like that? I'm not complaining, and people could say I'm complaining, and I just don't care. But this year has been hard for me. I have been applying left and right at jobs, and not once have I gotten a phone call. I've gotten a response going, sorry, your qualifications don't match this, and blah, 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 and this and that. Well, my qualifications have always been in the fast food area, not the fast food area, but factories, customer services, janitorial works, all of that. And it's very difficult when you try to get a job to make money to be able to pay your bills, put groceries on your phone. They're saying next year we're going to be paying over $1,000 for groceries. I don't have $1,000 a month. I get an own DSP. I get all this. It is going to take a toll on a lot of Canadians' lives and take a toll on a lot of people's mental health, that they are going to be like going, I can't provide for my family. What am I going to do? We just can't go out and get jobs because it's very hard. It's very scarce these days. But starting a business is going to be very difficult. It's going to take time. It's going to take all this stuff. And I think that, if time comes to it and I can get it done and get it up and going, and I'm hoping I can get customers and people selling, I don't know. I don't really know what I can do, But it takes a toll on your mental health, and it takes a toll on everything that you stand for. Like, so much stuff. Like, it's ridiculous that we have to go, like, when you go through something, you have to fall to the bottom. You got to go right to the bottom, and you got to slowly move yourself right back up. And when you move to the bottom and you're slowly working yourself up, you will exceed. And if you go and you try to make a business, I'm sorry if I'm going in and out with my eyes. I have ADHD, like I've told you guys in the past. But I think that the one thing that what's going to happen to me next year is I'm going to concentrate on myself. I'm going to concentrate on my career that I want to have, my business that I want to have, posting more on my fitness channel, posting more on my all of it, right? I'm going to be concentrating on that because I want to, because I know that I can. And concentrating on my business channel, plus my podcast, plus my YouTube channels and everything, is going to help me. But at the same time, looking for a job and not being so stressed out about it, and not like going, how am I going to be able to afford this and that? This year I couldn't even afford Christmas, and Christmas Eve is tomorrow. And I have a cell phone bill that's like a lot of money, and I just feel like, you know, no matter which way we turn, no matter which way we go, it's always going to get worse by the minute. But if we allow it to get worse by the minute, we are the ones who are going to be, you know, we got to work on it, and we got to, you know, be able to do it. So yeah, like, I think that if we were to, let's just say, if we were to, that's a lot of things, right? A lot of things. If we were just to concentrate on ourselves, concentrate on our families, we'd be fine. But we can't. We've got to make sure our kids have food on the table. We've got to make sure, you know. So a lot of people are going to be, having a lot of mental health issues this next year because of the prices that are going to go up. I have never seen this happen in my lifetime. I am 42 years old. I was born in the 80s, and it was so affordable to live in the 80s and the 90s. I wish we can go back to that time because it would have been simpler. There was no cell phones, there was no internet, there was no nothing. And when you needed to go on the internet, you needed to dial up. There was no YouTube, there was no sport, you know, there was no nothing like that. And if we could go back in time, maybe we can look at the back in the time and realize what we're doing wrong in the future. And maybe we could fix it. But you know what? Nobody wants to fix it. So that's fine. But I'm trying to post more on Instagram. I post a lot on Instagram this year. I've been posting some quotes, some sayings, some things, and everything like that. And you know, the things that I'm posting on my Instagram is like, it means something to me, okay? And it means a lot to me. And I think that, you know, going through something like I have, you know, I think that it is difficult. It is difficult sometimes to do it, but I think that maybe, you know, you can get through it and you can move on, right? But so much has been going on this year. I just can't believe it. Like, this year has been so hectic. So many things that we never expected. So many things that we did not expect to happen. People dating, people dying, people, you know, all of it. My mouth has just dropped because of it. And it's like, what are we to do? You know, what are we going to do? And I think that if we were to, let's say, stop worrying about everything and just move on with our lives, we'd be fine. But it's out there, it's there, and we need to be worried about it. So let's get off that topic, and now let's get on topic of what 2026 will be for me. I have 12,000 amazing fans. I have 12 amazing subscribers, and I want to thank you guys so much. The bottom of my heart. Now I have to get the watch minutes, which is going to be hard because I'm not always consistent or any of that things, right? I am losing subscribers right now, which is fine. I'm okay with it. You know, it's not a big deal to me. But it's very discouraging. I am trying my best to be able to get videos up, reels up, shorts up, and everything like that. But it's just me trying to get the time or get the ability or get the motivation to do it. I am right now trying to do an upgrade program, but I got kicked out of it. So I gotta do this other thing to get back in it. So that's one of the things I gotta do. So yeah, like, that's what I'm gonna have to do. My 2026 is gonna be like, you know, very busy, very, very busy. I'm gonna make it busy because I don't want my mind wandering like it was in 2025, here in 2025 still. I am going to get my finances under control. I am going to maybe go out and meet new friends, get people that I could trust, good people around, doing things that, you know, find like going, I would love, if anybody's out there who wants to be friends, like, come on here. I want to go on a hiking trip. I want to go hiking. I live in Ottawa. I want to do some hiking. I want to do some biking, maybe get a fitness pal where we work out together, go to the gym together and have some fun. I've never really had that best friend type of thing. I did in I can't say I really did, but I did have a really good friend in high school that I thought I was going to grow up with, that I was going to, you know, grow old next to, with our children playing and everything. But she called me a liar about something I didn't lie about, and she lives in Stratford and I live here in Ottawa, so yeah, we're no longer friends. But yeah, like, I haven't talked to her in years, which I'm not going to talk to her. I had kids, she has a kid now, so I wish her the best. But I think the one thing that I take from going back to this year is that I've learned a lot, and I've learned a lot about myself, but I learned a lot about the world. And yeah, like, there's a lot of things I need to work on. There's a lot of things, like, I'm right now trying to get my house under control. Like, I got better picture frames up with the pictures that my cousin's husband drew. like I'm gonna begin a better bookshelf, so I'll be doing a video on that. I'm thinking about getting rid of my old tree and bringing in a new tree in. I'm not too sure yet because I don't know if I can afford it, so we're probably gonna leave that. I got some new decorations because, you know, I got cats. This is one of my new cats. He's sleeping. This is Aspen, everybody. You probably saw him on my YouTube, my Instagram at all, if you're on it. Sorry, baby. Sorry. I'm just gonna let him lay on my lap if he wants to. Yeah, that's him. So yeah, like there's so much that I have learned. Just recently, just this past weekend, this year we lost 2 dogs. I'm sorry if this is triggering. My sister's dog had to be put down because he was having seizures. My mom's dog just recently on this past Sunday got hit by a car. He got hit by a car. We all loved him. I'm sorry, I'm crying. Holmes was a good dog. I lived at my mom's for 7 years, almost. And it would have been 7 years this year. And he went out to go to the bathroom with my stepdad. His stepdad took him out. And he tried to get him in. He was about to take him in, and sorry, Aspen. He was taking him in, and he does this little dance with his legs, with his feet when he wants to take off on us. He's done it so many times in front of me. He got across the road okay. And my stepdad saw 2 cars go by, and this is the way I got explained it. And he was coming home. He saw Holmes, and he was like, "Stay there." He was trying to pick up his pace, and Holmes got hit, and he was thrown 30 feet away from the house. The girl was heading towards 145, and she knew. I swear to God, she was distracted. She was on her phone. People who are on their goddamn phones when they're driving and they don't keep an eye on the road and they hit an animal or a human being, that is somebody's sister or brother, but that is somebody's animal. That is somebody's animal that they love. Holmes was an American Bulldog, and he was a good dog. He was a really good dog. He had his moments. He had it. You know, he was a rambunctious dog. The next video that I'll do, I'll get a picture of him and put it right here. I've posted on my Instagram, just go check it out. But yeah, he's gone. He was only 6 years old. But we've lost so many dogs in the last 6 years that, you know, it's hard. But my stepdad and my mom loved that dog, and we all did, even though he was a pain in the ass sometimes. He was a good dog. He loved us, and we loved him. I remember times when he would come up to me and just put his snout right on my chest, and he would just want to be petted. And I used to rub his ears all the time. I used to clockwise his ears all the time, and it was an amazing feeling, knowing the fact that he loved all of us. He cared about all of us. I know he did. But I look at it this way: he's up in heaven with our other dogs playing along. He didn't get along with Rio, Henry, my dog. So Henry was in my room with me all the time from morning and night, but he was let out all the time, let outside, to be able to go outside, to be able to go for fresh air. He didn't get along with my sister's dog, Tiberius, but Tiberius, at the end, he felt the loneliness with not having Henry and Tiberius around. He felt it with not having Watson around. I know he did. I know he was he was suffering a little, but I know that he wouldn't want us to mourn him or any of that. So yeah, like he was a good dog. Like, he was an amazing dog. He knew what he wanted when he wanted food. You know, I remember when he was a puppy, one of my cousins taught him to get up on the chair and to get up on the kitchen table. It was funny. Somebody started him on table food. He was a funny dog, you know, funny dog. And he loved to go after cats, which was one of his things that he used to do all the time. And he'll be missed. Holmes will be missed. And you know, when I get a lot of pictures of him, I have started this year. I did start doing diamond art just recently, and I finished like maybe 5 of them already, and I'm working on a Santa Claus one right now for my stepdad. I made one. I got him one for Christmas. Like, I did one for him for Christmas, which is at the house. And yeah, like, I did that, and he will be opening that up on Christmas Day with me on FaceTime because I want to see his reaction to that. And then I did 2 gnome ones, one for my sister, the other one's for my sister, and then I did another one. And I even got the frames now for diamond art, which is nice. And yeah, like, I think, you know, I really do think that things will turn out for the best. 2025 is almost over. Now let's talk about 2026. So 2026, my New Year's goals for 2026 is to do more podcasting, is to do more videos, cleaning videos, like my kitchen. Like, I could probably do a video of my kitchen cleaning it up. My living room, you know, my daughter helped me with it today, and that. And yes, I have a glass of wine, people. I'm hoping that I can do more podcasting. My son starts college next year in January, so he's doing all that. I'm very proud of him. My daughter's in grade 10. She's going to be in grade 11 next year. But 2026 is going to be different for me because I'm going to be so more concentrating on, you know, upgrading my English. I did get my grade 12 this year, which is I'm so proud of. I do got to pay for my book fees through my old school so I can get my diploma for my legal administration assistant, which I'm going to be doing. But I think my couple of my goals, like I said on my other video for what is it? Excuse me, French. Okay, I was talking about getting financially strapped, you know, making sure that my bills are paid every month. Going back to the gym, which I do have a gym membership, but right now it's going to be behind because of the fact that I have no money right now for it, and it's every 2 weeks that I have to pay it. I was going to pay it before Christmas, but I didn't. The other thing is learning how to do Pilates and yoga, opening my business in 2026, starting all of that stuff. And like I said, I have some resisting bands coming in to start that so that I can start selling and start making money so I can start buying things off of Abu Dhabi, that where I have been getting my samples. I want to start doing reels, shorts, start posting like mental health things on my Instagrams and things like that. Like, that's what I want to start doing, and being able to, you know, get this all done. I am going to be I'm hoping to post on this channel Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, because that's when I'm supposed to. Sunday's reserved for my book channel that I have, and my business channel. I'm just going to keep my business, my fitness business, my walk of wellness business right on my YouTube channel for my fitness. I'm just going to integrate it into it. I do want to start a budget business in 2026. I hope I can do that. I do want to start a candle business, which I've been looking at samples for candles, containers. I want to start my plaster business, which I've done. Like, you guys are probably thinking, why does she want to start all these businesses? I think that if I start the fitness one and it does really good, maybe I can move on to my budget business. And if my budget business does good, I can work on doing my candle. And then if my candle business does good, then I can, you know. But they're all going to be named so many different businesses. It's going to be fun to deal with. But I'll be able to get it straight, you know what I mean? But I would be able to get the stuff from that. But right now, I'm working on my fitness business that I really want to start. The other thing I wanted to say is that my fitness business, My fitness business is just not going to be a business on the side. It's going to be the same name, but it's going to be called Walk of Wellness Foundation. I'll get more into that when I actually do a podcast for it, to talk about it, what my plans are. I'm going to be writing everything down to talk about it, and I'm going to start like just regularly doing my podcast. I don't know if I'm going to allow any people on it that, you know, I don't know if I'm going to allow, over this year I've been offered special guests and everything like that, but when I tell them I don't have any money to pay them, and this is the message I have everybody, if anybody's watching this, don't send me emails that if you want to guest appear on my podcast, I have no money to pay you to be on my podcast, but I am on this one app that apparently you can charge somebody by being on your podcast. So I'm not charging anybody right now to be on it. I just can't appear on anybody's because I don't really have any money to pay you guys to be on my podcast, and I want everybody to know that, because I'm not making any money off it. I'm just right now doing it like this. So yeah, like, sorry, I gotta sit up. So just think about it like that. Like, I'm not making any money off of YouTube yet. I gotta get the watch minutes to be able to monetize my main channel, this channel, which I'm hoping to soon. Got my fingers crossed to get them views and everything like that, but I'm in shock on how much my channel has grown over the last year. I wanted just to get 1,000 subscribers, but I have 12,000 subscribers, which is nice. But that's from me using AdSense to advertise it. I did not buy the subscribers, and that's all to it. I just paid AdSense to promote my channel, to be able to get my videos out there for more people to hear and to see. And when every time I put a video on, it's actually my subscribers or my non-subscribers that are watching my videos. So yeah, for the non-subscribers, please subscribe. Like, come on here. I can see if you're watching it and you're more unsubscribed than you are subscribing. That is one of my main goals, is to get the views and to be able to monetize my main channel, to start being able to make money off my YouTube channel and putting AdSense on and start making money off of AdSense. And getting the other thing I want to do is get sponsorships, get PR, things like that, being offered trips. It would be nice to get all that stuff. I really want that. So if you know a talent agency in Canada, in Ontario, not in the United States, anything that I can use to be able to get PR, to be able to get all of that, because of my subscriber count, please tell me. Leave the comment down below on my podcast, or my YouTube channel, or my Instagram, because I'll be posting this as a short on my one YouTube channel that I have for Struggles and Strengths. But the other thing I want to do is, I would love to get, like, I am talking to one of my exes who wants to see where things go, but he really hasn't made progress. He really hasn't come up to see me. I would love to get together with somebody, meet new friends next year in 2026. I think my main goal should be is meeting new friends and getting a job and starting my business. I think that's the 3 main goals, and learning how to do Pilates and yoga, and actually I want to get the courage to go do a yoga class, hot yoga class at my gym. Every time I book it, I bail. So yeah, like, I want to get the encouragement to do that. So I think once I get my membership under control and I get it all in control, signing up for a hot yoga class. I've never done hot yoga. I've never done regular yoga, but apparently there is regular yoga on the other side of the hall. So we'll have to see. But I would love to get into Pilates. I love to get into yoga, because my body, I'm 42 years old, so my body hurts a lot. So that is one of the things I want to do. The other thing I want to do is finish the Sophie Gruen-Trudeau book. I want to finish that in 2026. I want to be able to start back up and reading more books, learning about more things, looking things up on the internet that I need to look up. The other thing I want to do is I want to be able to I want to start running. That's the other thing I want to start doing in 2026, is running. I want to run in the morning. Right now we have winter here in Canada, in Ontario, where I'm from. And we have a tendency, it gets cold out, but I would love to start running. I do have new shoes. I just need to get proper running shoes. So yeah. The other thing I want to do is save up for a car. Sorry if you hear that in the background. It was a video that I'm watching. It's from Lily Horsmill. I can't say her name, but there, I got it perfectly. So we were talking about I want to save up for a car. Okay, so I'm just gonna sit properly this time because I was actually slouching, and I just want to bring it closer so that I can see myself in my main camera. So yeah, so we were talking about me saving up for a car. So I want to get a car because, like I said, I lost my mom's dog. My mom lost her dog. Okay, and I couldn't get to her, and I feel like when you can't get to somebody you care about so much, that it kind of takes a toll on you. And I'm all the way in Ottawa, she's in Stratford, because I would have been in the car heading to her, don't care about the roads, wouldn't care about anything, because this is my mom we're talking about. And everyone who has a mother knows that your mother comes first. So does your kids, but your mom comes first. And I just wanted to be there for her because Holmes belonged to her. But the other reason and belonged to my stepdad. The other reason I wanted to get a car is to get around in places. If, let's say, my business gets up and moving and everything like that, I will have to go get packaging, I will have to get all this stuff. But plus I might have to go pick some stuff up from the post office, and I'm going to need my car for it. Or I'm going to want to go over to Montreal because I live near Montreal. I'm like 3 hours away from Montreal, and it'd be nice to go to Montreal to see it. I've never been in Montreal. I do have a friend over there. You know, I haven't met yet, but he's a really nice guy. But just, you know, in relative, I can go anywhere I want because I live near it. The other thing I want to do is be able to get up and be able to, you know, apply for a job and say, hey, I can get to work. I got a vehicle now, you know, and they will hire me because I have a vehicle. And it's sad that you got to think that way. It's sad that you got to think a certain way because just to get a job. But in 2026, I want to get a car. I want to get actually an SUV because I love SUVs. I think they're better than cars. More money on gas, but I'm hoping that maybe, you know, meet new friends. You know, that's one of the things I want to do is meet new people, meet new friends, meet, you know, people that, you know, would love to be my friend. That's the other thing I want to do. Getting my health under control, getting my mental health under control. That is one of the things I want to do in 2026. I am in therapy, and yeah, I think that's my son. If you hear that, that's my son. But yeah, like trying to get all that. And I know a lot of people might have issues of me doing a podcast with my wine, but I'm sorry if it's triggering. But I don't drink it that fast. I drink it slowly. And lately I just been in the mood to have a glass of wine before I go to bed. So, like I was saying, crap, I'm just gonna finish this up. Like I was saying, like there's so many things I want to do in 2026, not 2023. There's a lot of things I want to get accomplished in 2026. I want to go and get a job. I want to be able to afford life. I want to be able to put a Christmas on for my kids next year that they will love and they will remember. I used to be able to fill my tree every year on Christmas. There would be gifts underneath the tree, no matter how many there was a lot there for the both of them. Like the last couple of years, maybe 6 or 7 years, there hasn't been. Even when I was living on Dufferin Street, there wasn't a lot of gifts. So yeah, like but working on, let's say, go back to that mental health. I really want to work on mental health. I really want to work on my mental health, and I want to do more of the wheels and more shorts talking about how I feel, or talking to you guys. I do journal, I do all that stuff. I'm almost done one of my journals. But that is what I want to do in 2026. Even spending more time with my kids, going on hikes, and all of that. Like, that's what I want to do. And when I do it, I'm hoping that, you know, and even working on my subscriber counts on my one channel, my other channel, working on my business. And there's so many things I want to do in 2026. It's going to be fun. Even getting the courage up to maybe wear a swimsuit to the beach, because I didn't do it last year. Canada's Day, we spent it uptown in Ottawa. Maybe, you know, and I had no money at the time. Saving money to go to Canada's Day, and which I'm going to do starting in January. I'm going to save money to be able to, because there were so many food trucks, guys, uptown in Ottawa that, you know, we could have gotten so much food, but we didn't because we didn't have a lot of money. My ex came down for Canada's Day, so hopefully he comes back here on Canada's Day next year for the kids. But my son turns 19, so I want to get him a very special gift because he's actually turning 19. I want to help him get his license. And that, my daughter turns 16 next year in April, 3 months from now. So yeah, like so many things I want to do in 2026, and hopefully I got my fingers crossed, hopefully it does happen, and hopefully I can get it to happen and just pull up my shoes and just say, yeah, this is what's gonna happen. But yeah, like so many things. And I'm going to be starting my Christmas shopping in January, not doing it at last minute. I'm going to learn how to do it in January instead of doing it, let's say January or February or December or November. I'm going to actually start early and get some of the gifts that the kids want and send them to my mom's. And that is what I'm going to do, because I want the tree filled next year. And I want to be able to go out and get more boxes from Dollarama to be able to put their gifts in, getting them clothes, getting them books that they want. Emma wants a piano, so I got a keyboard, so I'm going to get her that, and being able to do that. I would love to buy a house one of these days. That's one of the things I would love to do, is buy a house. I would love to be able to get up and say, you know, be able to go look at houses through a real estater and say, hey, I want this house. I would love to have that house. But with the way the housing market is, somewhat it does not look good. So yeah, like, and like I was saying, I want to finish the Sophie Gruntrudel book next year. I'm going to be listening to it, finishing it, so I can finally talk about it, writing down some things, sticky noting it. And then there's another mental health book I want to read. It's about survivor of hurting yourself. There's another one I want to read. And then I would love to start running next year. Starting next year, I want to start running. Like I said this last year too, at the beginning of this year. I want to learn how to run. Everybody knows how to run, but I want to do 12Ks, 2Ks to 4Ks. More than likely doing I've been looking into how much it's going to cost to sign up for a marathon, because I would love to do a marathon. I would love to do it. And I think it would be fun to do it, because then you're doing it for charity or you're doing it for this. And it'd be cool and awesome. And, you know, I never ran it, you know. The other thing is eating healthy. Like, eating healthy next year is one of the things I think I talked about before we went off. Eating healthy and being able to be healthy and, you know, all of that. And just to be able to, oh man, just to be able to just eat healthy and look healthy and not look like I'm starving myself is going to be one of the things that I'm going to want to do. It's like losing the weight. And being able to open this business is going to be one of the things I'm going to be able to talk about. Even if I have an interview and the business works, you know, I'll be able to say, you know, I did this for me. I did this to help people, because I know when I go to the gym, I'm very scared to go to the gym because I don't know what people are going to say about me. At the same time, I haven't used my gym membership since the last time, and I feel like a little shame because of the fact that, you know, yeah, so I'll be paying my membership on the 2nd too, because I gotta get it paid. But I think the one thing that I can look back on in 2025 is that so much, like I said, so much has been going on. Like, things that have gone on that we never thought would be going on. But you know what? Hopefully 2026 is better, and hopefully 2026 is better for me and better for you guys, and you guys are gonna be able to do what you want. But I'm hoping to be able to get a job and being able to afford Christmas next year. I only have 2 gifts underneath the tree, and that's for both of my kids. They get one each. But I'm happy I was able to get that. But the other thing is, I need to get my spending under control. I gotta get my spending under control. Do I need this? Do I have to have this? Do I want this? Do I need this? The other thing I'm trying in the new year is there's this thing that people have been doing where they put ice in the bowl, and then they put water in it, and then they put their faces in. I tried it this past week. If you hear the purring, it's my mom. It's my cat named Goober. I've almost had him for a year. I think, you know, just trying to be able to, I don't know, like, there's a lot of things I want to do. There's a lot of things. I really love to do a 1-hour flipping podcast. And I'm at almost 40 minutes, and my battery's like going crazy right now. I need to get more batteries for my camera. That's what I need to do. just picking up the camera and vlogging. I would love to do that in 2026. One of my New Year's goals is just to start vlogging, just to pecker around, do a vlog. And I've been using my phone a lot to do reels and shorts and everything like that, posting on my YouTube channel and my Instagram, and learning new recipes. That's the other thing I want to do. Like I was talking about on my fitness channel, is learning new recipes and learning new things. I do have a bread maker that I'm using, and which I might make a loaf of bread tomorrow. So yeah, that kind of thing. And just being on time for appointments and getting up off my butt and doing something instead of staying in bed and doing nothing. Like tomorrow, after Christmas Day, I'm going to be getting back on my schooling and starting doing my schooling, because I have to get that all done before the 14th. What else? Going for walks every day, even if it's cold out. I gotta start doing that. Who cares? I gotta get a case for my phone, but I just want to get my bills under control too. Start walking. I live near the beach. Even going to the beach with a swimsuit on this year would be fun. Getting a cover up for it. Getting the courage to do that would be fun. Going swimming and things like that. I have nose plugs now, so I can go underwater and not have to worry. Learning how to breathe underwater would be amazing. Just doing a marathon would be a fun. Being able to do things that I never used to be able to do. When I was a kid, I was very flexible, so I would love to be flexible again. Like moving my legs a certain way and things like that. Taking care of myself, sorry. Trying to maybe find a boyfriend. Maybe I might have a new guy at the end of the year. I'm not too sure. That is one of the New Year's resolutions. It's just meeting somebody probably and meeting new friends and getting out there and actually making an appointment instead of canceling it. That's one of the New Year's resolutions too. Because I can get my nails done on the 2nd, so I'm going to definitely be doing that. And just taking care of myself and pampering myself and doing things for myself is going to be fun. I have an 18-year-old son who's going to be 19. I have a 15-year-old daughter who's going to be 16, and I'm going to be 43, and it's time to take care of mommy, because my kids can take care of themselves. That's the other thing. Like, when I start my business, which I'm hoping to do in the new year, I got my fingers crossed. I have 30 of resisting bands coming. Hopefully I could sell them all at maybe $60 or $70 a piece and make some good money so I can get something else to sell. And then I want to buy some resisting bands too at the same time, but get something else to sell too at the same time to add on to it. The first line that I want to bring out for a walk of wellness will be called Heartbreaker. The reason it will be called Heartbreaker is because of the fact that you know what it's like to have your heart broken by men or by friends or by family. And I want that line to mean something. I want that line to be special, and I want that line to be able to relate to it. Being able to relate to it, because a lot of people have had their heart broken this year. A lot of people have gone through divorces. A lot of people have separated, and so many things. So many people have lost loved ones and everything like that. I want this line to mean so much to them. So calling it Heartbreaker would be awesome, and getting Walk of Wellness up and branding it and making it my own so nobody could take it would be fun. I did make sure that nobody else is using it. Wellness is used in so many different levels. So yeah, but just making this would be fun. It would be fun in the process. Like, doing the label was hard because I wanted to make the perfect label, so I did. I just made a bland one with the person, if you want to go look up the videos, go right ahead. I made it on Kavanaugh, but I know that AI has a lot to do with a lot of things, and AI is easier to use, and using AI would be simple, but it's not. You got to come up with the ideas yourself, and it's hard. Coming up with a line that you would be in love with, that other people would be in love with, that is the thing. That is how to sell something. Is if you're in love with it, you got to make sure other people are going to be falling in love with it. So if you're going to make a fitness line or a candle line or something, make sure that people are in love with it. Make sure people have the great idea of it, because it's going to be hard. And I hope to talk about it more on my podcast. I will be doing an episode next Friday, or maybe in the new year, I will be making my first ever episode for 2026 because of the fact that my mom, my stepdad is going to be down, and they just lost their dog, so I want to be concentrating on them. But at the same time, my ex is coming down at Boxing Day to see the kids, so it's going to be nice to see everybody and being able to hang out with everybody in that. But yeah, getting a car is going to be one of my main goals. So because my main goal this year was to get my grade 12, finish college, and to get a job. I didn't get the job, but I did get my high school diploma, and I did get my college degree, my college diploma. So I still have to get it because of the fact that I have to pay the book fees, but pretty much it, because I needed the money to move with, which was a big mistake for me. I should have just paid it and got it over with and done with, but I didn't. I was a stupid one. The other thing, what I would love to do is get more decorations for the house. Outside the house, inside the house. I want to go, Halloween, I'm going to start buying for Halloween in July. Getting decorations here for Halloween, being able to put decorations up and things like that next Halloween so kids can come, and handing out candy because we didn't have any kids this year because we had no candy, right? Again, a camera for my front door will be awesome, just so I know who's here, and keeping an eye on my packages. I guess just concentrating on my health too would be one of the things I gotta do, and having a stress-free year. That's what I would love to have, is a stress-free year. But I know you're never gonna get that. And I know that you're never going to get a stress-free year, period, because of the fact that if anybody can have a stress-free year, that would be amazing. Please tell me. I would love to have a free stress year. Like, no stress, no nothing. But no matter which way you turn, you're going to have a stress-free year. Going to bed on time. Going to bed at 8 o'clock and waking up at 6:30 in the morning. That would be nice. Always taking your medication and that. That'll be awesome. Sorry, I like hanging on to him because he's so cute. Cleaning the basement up would be nice. Like, the basement is clean, but setting the basement up as a workout area plus a business area plus some other things, because I got a sewing machine down there, right? Sorry, buddy. That's my cat. You can stay right here. Being able to just, get things done that I need to get done. Instead of just saying it, do it. Having the action of saying it and not doing it is two different things. Just get up and do it. And I've noticed myself when I'm on my medication, I'd be sitting here doing something or doing my schoolwork, and I'd take a break and I'd get up and do something, and then I'd sit back down, and then I would do something for maybe like 20 minutes, and then sit back down, and then get up again and do something for another 20 minutes. That's one of the things I wanted to start doing, like just getting motivated. The kids go back to school in January on the 6th, so hopefully, things go good and the kids go to school and my daughter goes to school and everything like that. But I don't know, like, I'm just rambling on about this New Year's and Christmas vacation stuff. I want to learn how to draw, and I have been doing that. I have an iPad. I don't have it with me right now, but I have an iPad now. And learning how to trace over things. I have an Apple Pen, which, crap, I gotta pay for it, which I'm gonna have to ask them if they would be okay with me paying it in the new year for it. And I'll pay the extra. I might just get it out. I'm not too sure yet with my GST. So yeah, I'm gonna get that pen out. I'm just gonna get it out. It's only $40. So doing that, and then just getting financially strapped so I don't have to say hi, Aspen. Say hi. He doesn't want to say hi. Okay, there you go, buddy. So getting financially strapped would be, again, financially stable would be one of the, I think that's your buddy, Goober. Talking more about things on this podcast instead of just rambling on. Actually, I would love to do a live on Instagram when I'm doing a podcast. That'd be nice. On my fitness one and my, and that. And just being able to, I guess just being able to afford life and being able to afford groceries, because apparently in 2026 it's gonna be expensive. So yeah, I would love to get a job. Not enough jobs going around. Sorry, that was my headphone thing. So yeah, like doing all that and being able to just get through it all and making it to 2027. So I can do my other New Year's resolution and tell you guys what I did. So I got some of my New Year's resolutions done this year. Technically in 2024, I got my place to live. I've been wishing for that for years. Get my grade 12 diploma. I had been talking about that for years. I've been talking about that for a long time. And, you know, and the other thing I got to do, I gotta think about what I did. Oh, I got my pictures that my cousin's husband drew, which I will show you guys on video one of these days. Or Instagram post. I will do that. He's an amazing drawer. Sorry about that. That's my cat scratching at a box. I got boxes on the floor for him. Goober! Goober! Come on! Sorry about that. You know, I think that, you know, just concentrating on my health and things like that for 2026 is gonna be fun. But the one thing I want to say, oh, and that's my daughter's cat. Getting the cats to the vet would be one of the other New Year's goals this year, is just getting them to the vets a couple times. You know, I have been so much concentrating on other things. Getting better at taking pictures. That's going to be always my New Year's resolutions. Getting better at taking pictures. Like, I have an Instagram that I do mainly photos on, and I have been doing that for a while now. And I would love to be able to get better at it. Being able to maybe go professional. You never know. I took a lot of pictures this summer. It's on my computer, on my camera, and it's on my Instagram, but I barely took any before the end of the year. I used to go for walks every night with my daughter to the beach that we have near us, the Paternia Beach, and we don't anymore because we just don't want to. And I would love to get back on doing that. And the other thing is that just enjoying life again, just enjoying it, being happy, and that, because you're not happy when your life is not going your way, like getting a job or getting all of that, you know what I mean? Like, you're never happy. Being debt free would be very much happy and would be a dream come true. But I don't know if it's gonna come like that. So yeah, like, pretty much that is what I want, is all of that stuff. But I know that deep down inside I won't get all of that stuff done, because if I don't, like, I'm not like that. But I think the one thing I would love to do is have a good Christmas next year. Maybe have my family. Well, my mom can't take Christmas off. She's taking it off this year. But having a good Christmas. Maybe going up to my mom's next year for Christmas. For the first time ever in a long time. Is just go be with her for Christmas with the kids. And I would love to go to Ireland this year, if I can, with my daughter. Go see it and see where my family's from. Because we are Irish. My grandmother was a Moore. My grandfather was a Kelly. That would be nice, you know, just drop the cats off at my mom's, or get my sister to come up here and stay at my house and for a couple weeks so me and my daughter can go away. That would be a nice trip to actually take and get our passports and go. But we'll have to see, because of the fact of the changes that are coming down from all of the countries that are trying to do certain things. But getting a car would be one of the things I would dream of getting in 2025, in 2026, is getting a vehicle again, getting an SUV. I will still walk to, like, I live near Dollarama, I live near Tim Hortons, you know, I will still walk and everything like that. But just getting the ability to do that. Getting groceries under control will be a nice thing. Making sure I have food in the house. But that's for the next conversation, for my next podcast, because I want to talk to you about the foundation I want to start. But anyhow, I'm going to let you guys go because my camera's about to die. Please hit that subscribe button and notification button, and have a good New Year. So you've heard so much today. If you like what you're hearing, if you want to hear more about it, about my ideal for a foundation that I want to make for Canada, please hit that subscribe button and notification button, because there will be more to come. I will start blogging and vlogging soon, I'm hoping after Christmas. And yeah, thank you for listening. I'm going to turn my podcast off because I couldn't do a long one. Okay, there we go. Anyhow, thank you guys so much for giving the time for me to vent and everything like that. I will put this video up tomorrow, and I'll put this up tonight. So my solution is this. That computer's like, let's say the thing I want to get is a new computer. Breathe in and out. That's all we have to do. It's just breathe in and out. No, I'm joking. Stay tuned for the fitness. Stay tuned for the business options. If you want to hear more about it, it will be mainly on my fitness channel. It will sometimes be on this podcast, but we'll see what happens. And hopefully we can get people on here. I do have a friend who has treads, and I would love to have her on this podcast. But anyhow, thank you guys for watching.